Hey guys, it's Shox. I hope you are doing well. Blast Open London just actually finished with a trophy from G2. Actually, it's been like 1 year, I think, something like that the organization didn't lift a single trophy. So it's like a big step for them with the new roster, with Senpaius, Matisse, and stuff. So it's actually like a really big win for G2. But more than that, actually, we learned kind of a lot, I would say, about Blast. So we're gonna talk more in depth about what happened, but not only about the final stage, but also into the qualification stage, because actually there is something to say about it. So yeah, first, I mean, we have to talk about that, right? Spirit. I mean, Spirit not actually being able to make the playoff stage is actually like really sad. I mean, they're number 2 of the world. They got dunked, and they actually got eliminated actually by G2. So at the end of the day, you can say they lost against G2 and they lost against Furia, who were actually like 2 of the best teams, probably like, I mean, the top 4 team, I would say, into Blast. But still, it's Spirit, you have Dunk. And honestly, it's just not possible, in my opinion, to lose a match like this, where Dunk is actually on fire. Because you can say he's 130, but actually he just got totally destroyed on Ancient on City side, 13-1. And of course, Dunk was like 0.56. The fact is, when you actually lose 13-1, there is not much to say about it. It's like really like nothing rated to, I would say, like individuals. It's more about the team. But if you look at Mirage and Dust2, he got like 139 and Mirage 179, while Spirit barely won against G2, for example, Mirage 13-11, and that guy was 1.79. That's actually ridiculous. Plus 10% on swing and 113 ADR. It's just like, he's a monster. I swear he's a monster. So yeah, that was definitely like the big fail, in my opinion, coming into Blast. The thing is, we know that Chinir is now coming. I'm not sure which event is gonna. Maybe he might play this next one on EPL, I think so. So it was maybe the last actually match with with Zontix. And you know, I've been there when you're in a team where you're kind of like a dead team in a way, not the world team, but you know, you're gonna actually bench someone. It can actually put like a weird mood in a sense, because you are playing an event a way that you know you're not gonna play the same way on the other one. So you cannot feel sometimes you are losing your time, and your motivation cannot be sometimes like all the top, you know. So I would say we can give a joker to Spirit about that, because of this situation, with the fact that Zontix is getting benched. It's gonna be actually really important and really interesting to see Tnir. Tnir, I don't know how to actually spell it in English. That guy filling up the shoes in Team Spirit, because if he's popping off and showing off, Spirit can be like really dangerous, and maybe can pretend to actually finally take another step while not being that much Dunk dependence, because right now they need Dunk to be on a level that we barely see any players of the world being at that level, to actually win a game. So definitely it's going to be really interesting. So yes, that was a big lose from Spirit, but more to come soon. I have to talk about Navi. You know, Navi, I think, like, I mean, not only I think, like, for sure, that was like the second big fail for me on the Blast. They have been struggling, even with Makaze. I don't know what's happening in Navi. It's really hard to tell. They lost against FaZe and M80. They actually got kind of lost like convincingly against FaZe, you know. So yes, FaZe is coming with a very big bro kill. Actually, like, I mean, we're not gonna talk too much about FaZe. I think we're against the Blast, but I'm just really happy to see how actually a break for a player, like a small break, like what he had, you know, since he came back. The guy is actually really, really good, and he brings like something different into FaZe, and I love seeing that. So that being said, it's not like losing to FaZe like it was like a few months ago, but still, Navi should be a team, especially with like where they actually made a change to be better with the integration of Magazine. They should be able to win a team like FaZe. And losing against M80, yes, okay, M80 got a really like nice run on the Blast Open London for sure, but still, you know, we're talking about Navi. We're talking about the team that is supposed to be in the top 10 world team, even better. And they should not be losing against these teams. So yeah, Navi is in struggle. We can see that Mackenzie is still not there yet. So gonna need maybe more time than we thought, because sometimes one player can be like pretty easy to handle, I would say. But Navi is definitely like the second loser of the Blast Open London. For the rest, I'm not so sure in my opinion, because we know VP had been like struggling a lot, and they are not benching Electronic, so a lot of things going on, so I can't really judge it. Ecstatic, Legacy, Imperial, it's kind of like normal, they're not going through. Gamer Legion, I would say it's a bit question mark with Cursey. They are all saying that they are doing really well in practice, but for now they're actually like not able to show it, you know. I think the big lose for Gamer Legion was against Fnatic. You know, Gamer Legion is supposed to beat a team like Fnatic. It was a really two close game, 13-11 on both maps. But yeah, again, we can see like my boy Cursey is not delivering. It's been some matches now, so I think it's gonna be really important for Gamer Legion, for Cursey to step up in the next couple of weeks and maybe months, because I don't think Gamer Legion is gonna actually like wait too much, even if the practice is going well, because you can be good in practice, but if you can't deliver in officials, then it's just gonna be useless. That's the thing. So I would expect Gamer Legion to give probably like the rest of the year to Cursey, which kind of sounds fair in my opinion. But if he's not able to step up till Christmas, I'm gonna be scared for my French boy. And Liquid didn't actually manage to go through. I don't know what to say about Liquid, to be honest. They lost against G2 and Spirit, so I mean, you know, it's not like small teams, right? They even get an overtime against Spirit, but something is just, I would say, broken in Liquid. I'm not sure what is the reason. You know, for example, Ultimate, when your AVP got a 0.69 rating on a map, then definitely you're gonna be in trouble. So that's a big reason why, but we know how good he can be. So I don't know, Liquid is a bit question mark, I would say, for me. So it's a team that should be and are pretending to be better, but for now, they are struggling. That's a fact. I don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on internally. I don't know if there are some problems. I don't know if it's maybe like just game rated, because players are not like feeling well playing together, because sometimes, you know, you can actually be really good friends of the saver, but when you go in on the game, sometimes it's just hard to play with another player different than another one. So it's really sad, I would say, because on the paper, like, they definitely got a good team, you know, Naft, Nerds, Traits, Yuhi, Ultimates, that's definitely a good team, but something is just still not there. Same as Cursey, I would say. They're probably gonna have like more changes till Christmas, but if they're not stepping up till Christmas, like, I'm pretty sure we can expect some changes as well. The good actually part is M80. You know, we're gonna talk about the positive things. We're gonna talk about G2 after, of course. FaZe is actually getting pretty good with Broky going back, and with the addition of Jacob. Even if the young guy is not really like doing that good for now on FaZe, but I feel like he definitely got an edge to be better and better. You know, they lost against G2, who actually like just won the event, and beating Vitality in the best of 5 is definitely like something hard to do, you know, nowadays. They managed to get into a double overtime on this too, so they are not there yet, maybe not competing against the best, but they can definitely do some damage. And for now, Jacob is now like unlocked on his 100% like percentage of talent. So yeah, as soon as he's gonna step up, maybe FaZe can actually like do something really, really insane. And 80, I mean, this is a really like insane thing, you know, like I will never expect that team and these players like to go that far. And actually more than that, they did it with a manner, you know, they eliminated Navy, they eliminated Fnatic, and actually in the group stage they play against Vitality, and they actually destroyed Vitality on Overpass, and they managed to have kind of a close game on Inferno on third map, you know, and we're talking about Vitality, right? While when you're talking about M80, you're just thinking about the teams that just should be like destroyed against teams like Vitality. And the thing is, like, they played against Mouse, so they got eliminated in LAN finals against Mouse. They got destroyed in the last one, but still, you know, they had like a competitive map on Ancient, and they actually beat Mouse on Mirage. So the real question about them is that a one shot or not? Because we already like saw teams like that performing, and the thing is, like, the event just after, like they don't do anything. So I don't think that we can actually act that result with the fact that M80 is a really strong team. But definitely, what can they do? Can they do it again? If they can do it again 2 or 3 times, then we're gonna consider it. We're gonna consider them definitely like in the big pool of teams. But for now, I feel like it's just too early. Now, talking about the final stage, I mean, of course, Furia actually is really doing well since the past of months. I love Molodoy. I don't know what you guys think about that guy, but I think this AVP is actually insane. And since Yekinda joined, something changed in that team, you know, like the chemistry on the server. I don't know what's happening outside the server, but in the server, definitely the chemistry changed and the players are playing all better individually, which is a really nice sign. So they lost against G2 and they kinda got destroyed, which is like the sad part. Definitely, they were not able to unleash their full potential. But yeah, I mean, they still managed to do a semi-final, you know, so that's a good result for Furia. But I mean, not today for now. Let's see for the next one if they can actually like step up again and again, because now they were kind of like in the lower teams of tier 1. Since few months, they're becoming like in medium. And I feel like now they are between like medium and top. Now, how can they actually like climb it to the top? You know, and for example, to climb it to the top, they would have to beat teams like G2 in this type of events, you know. But that kind of close, so keep an eye on Furia. So M80 actually got destroyed, you know. We talk about that. And FaZe, the thing is like they lost against also against G2, as we just saw previously. Close game on Dust 2. So they're not there yet, but let's see for that guy. Definitely. It's like good signs, I would say. I think it's a good day to be a FaZe fan today, better that it was like maybe like 1 and 2 years ago. So let's actually hype the FaZe up. Now Moz is a real question mark as well, because I saw an interview just before the LAN finals where they were saying that they were really kind of confident because they had a small break, which allows them to actually be more creative, to bring new stuff to the game, and they were really confident. And they actually lost against Vitality again. And they kind of got destroyed, you know. 13-7, 13-8 is like a convincing win for Vitality. So, I don't know. Mouse feels like whatever happens, you know, they will always come to that top 6, top 5, top 4, top 3 like spot, even top 2. But when there is like the final boss on the line, they keep losing it, you know. They actually unlocked their losing streak against Vitality just after the player break, but Vitality just took it again, you know. So it's hard to tell from Mouse. It's like they are like in the top 4 teams of the world for sure, but something is missing to actually lift the big trophies. So now, of course, G2 and Vitality to finish on the best of 5, you know, which actually goes all the way up to 5 maps. So I actually watched the demo from the game. I would say it's a convincing win for G2 for sure. You can't actually take away that win because they were really playing good CS, and individually they were really on point. I don't know if they can actually keep it that way. But also, Heavy God like said in an interview that they are feeling like really comfortable, and that's it's kind of only the beginning for them, they feel like, and people are underestimating them. I do agree with him. Now, being that said, I'm pretty sure after that win, people won't underestimate G2 anytime soon. So it's gonna be, I would say, like a new challenge for G2, because it's true that they were kind of like under the radar since then. But now they won a big event. For sure, people will gonna like look at them. When you actually play a team that is gonna analyze you more, it's gonna be harder to actually like be that good, you know. In that way, this is why also what Vitality did the first part of the season was totally insane, because even if everyone was just looking at them, they will keep like actually winning. So let's see for the next event. I think we can just like applause and say congrats to G2 for that. I'm really happy to see Hunter lifting a trophy again, being an EGL. I think he deserves it a lot. And seeing this addition with Matisse and Pius and so the coach are actually like definitely like it is working. We can see it's working, and it was like a good bet from G2. And it actually feels nice to see like G2 back you know, like that organization, you know, it's been an organization that is fighting for trophies for years. So seeing them back on CS like that is actually pretty nice. Now let's see if they can keep it going, but it's gonna actually bring like more competitiveness into the CS events, which is what we love. To finish, we're gonna talk about Vitality. I feel like they're definitely getting better after the player break. You know, it was really hard for them against the after the player break. We could definitely see that it was not the same Vitality that before the player break, which is totally normal. And since then, it feels like from event to event, from match to match, they're actually getting back to their shape. They're not close to what they were, and I'm not even sure they can go back to that level, because what they showed in the first part of the season of 2025 was just like ridiculously strong. But they can actually like definitely come back and be really strong, and just teams that presenting to lift trophies, you know. Talking about G2, they could have won that trophy on Inferno, and as Apex said on the social medias, which was actually pretty accurate and pretty fun, he said that yes, we lost that anti-ecos on 2011 on Inferno, which we should not lose, but in the same time we won Melbourne while we were definitely like not supposed to win it. So it's a win-win. I mean, it's, you know, it's sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. So I think he was pretty accurate on that. And the more thing is, actually don't think that because G2 beat Vitality, don't think that Vitality is just not as good as you think, because they actually managed to go into that final. They get 5 competitive maps against G2, who actually like won big teams during that event and was definitely like the team of the Blast. And they managed to beat Mouse convincingly in the semifinals. And if they didn't lose anti-eco, maybe they will win actually that trophy. So, you know, they are getting stronger step by step. You can see more weakness that we saw previously, which is normal. Zaiwu had a pretty good event as well. Maybe he's coming back. Let's see. So yeah, Vitality is getting, you know, like stronger, slowly getting stronger. Which actually gonna bring us to the end of the video right now. Which I wanted to finish with the fact that I think we're gonna have a lovely end of the season, because now that we have teams like G2 who is actually performing and getting back to a really like interesting level, competing about the best, Fuya who is actually good, FaZe coming back with Brookie, Moss being still there, Spirit coming with a new addition that can be deadly, question mark on Navi. But yeah, like overall, we're gonna have probably a more competitive scene that we had maybe like previously in the first part of the season, you know, because even if I love Vitality and it's like my French mates, seeing always the same team to win, it's not always fun from like a viewer perspective, you know. I feel like from a viewer's perspective, the best matches and the best events is where you're not sure who is gonna win, because it's just a battle between every team, you know, and this is what actually like hype you up a lot. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about that. Which team do you think is gonna step up for the next event and for the rest of the season, finishing with like the Budapest Major in December? Because for now, for me, honestly, it's a question mark. I just don't know.